This news update is brought to you by
I won for me to me.
For me? Yes.
You don't need speakers, right?
Upgrade to win every week with Lime. Sign up for Lime TV or broadband or purchase an iPhone 6 or Samsung Note 4. Upgrade Christmas with Lime.
Welcome to the Barbados Today Evening Update. It's Tuesday, December the 16th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with reaction to Finance Minister Chris Sinclair's statement on the economy in Parliament today. Opposition leader Mia Motley says Sinclair gave Barbadians no hope and no relief in his speech just 8 days before Christmas. Motley contends that the widely expected speech had nothing of substance for anyone. In fact, she says Sinclair should have taken a leaf out of the Prime Minister's book and remained silent because the people only got more apologies for his government's inaction to revive the economy.
It was not and has not altered the trajectory of anyone's lives. Business executives, gas station workers, administrators, self-employed people. No one in Barbados today is any wiser than they were before this morning. And indeed, we are no closer as a nation from being extricated from our problems. In summary, it was an admission that yet again, the government's many plans are not working. Growth is still elusive, even with his admission and hope that we will have 0.3%, a figure that is negligible and certainly not visible to the naked eye of any Barbadian.
And the Barbados Labour Party leader also blasted Sinclair for delaying the budget by another 4 months, adding that today's exercise saw no new policies that will boost confidence or remove the public's fears.
There have been no new policy initiatives announced today that will give Barbadians confidence and indeed remove our doubts or fears. There was no relief announced at the level of households or enterprises. There was no relief announced for the CLICO policyholders, having been told at the beginning of November that a solution was imminent within a matter of weeks. The minister has not told Barbadians when they will receive their income tax refunds or their VAT refunds, but has exhorted them to participate in an amnesty where they can pay the principal owed for taxes and have the penalties and interest waived. But he has missed one crucial ingredient, that in order to benefit from the amnesty, you must have the money to pay the principal.
A former Prime Minister and independent MP for St. Peter, Owen Arthur, is hoping that the delay of the country's fiscal package does not cause confusion in the country. He says the law states that there must be an annual budget before the end of the financial year. However, Arthur says Sinclair left a lot unsaid in his statement.
If he came to give you an update on the state of public finances and whatever, he was careful to use ratios. So he says that this as a percentage of the GDP. The fact of the matter is that you don't know what the GDP is because you will know that at the end of the year, and it's only an estimate. So you know what the public finances are. He didn't tell you that the X amount of revenue, X amount. He said he spoke in terms of projected ratios. And when ministers of finance don't want to say too much, they use techniques like that. As a whole lot of it myself. So he didn't say a lot. He just said the things are improving. And at some stage there has to be some semblance of improvement in the Barbados economy. But it is too soon to speak in terms of a viable, vibrant economy. And he was, I think, sensible to be guarded in what he said.
Meantime, Sinclair today revealed that the government will extend its existing revenue measures for another year, and that's until 2016, in order to attain its deficit target.
The economy is showing its strongest signs of recovery since 2009, and we want to exercise an abundance of caution, an abundance of care, I should say, in introducing new measures that may derail a return to sustainable growth. 2. In light of this, and together with the discipline we intend to place on supplementary budget allocations, we have determined that additional smaller expenditure cuts across the board and more efficient targeted collection of existing taxes to effect gains of $32.8 million will be sufficient to get us close to our deficit reduction target.
In other news now, lawmen are investigating a break-in at Courts 6 Road, St. Philip. Police spokesman David Welch tells Barbados Today a show window at the store located in Emerald City Complex was smashed in the wee hours of this morning. He said several of the items were stolen, including a number of televisions. Meanwhile, a 64-year-old St. Michael man is nursing numerous injuries following a mid-morning accident. According to police, Trevor Cummins of Brittonshill was hit by a motor car driven by 46-year-old Alison Moore. The accident occurred on the Wildy Main Road around 10:45 a.m. Cummins was taken to the QEH for medical attention after complaining of pains to his head, face, knees, chest, and right foot. In sports, a board member of the Barbados Cricket Association is not at all impressed with the task force report on the West Indies India tour fiasco. In fact, Conde Riley described the findings as flat and not as extensive a probe as it should be. He tells Barbados Today the 4-week period it took the force, headed by Jamaican Queen's Counsel Michael Gordon, to conduct its probe was also adequate. Riley says going forward, there must be a proper contractual sign-off among players, the WICB and WIPA.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To the region now, the Dominica Teachers Association tells the government thanks, but no thanks to a 5% wage increase. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt had promised the pay hike during the campaign for the December 8th election. But DTA President Celia Nicholas says her members rejected the offer, sticking to their demands for a 10% increase over a 3-year period. And finally, on the international scene, the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon condemns a Taliban attack on a Pakistani school that left at least 130 people dead, most of them children. Taliban insurgents stormed the army-run school today, shooting children, some as young as 12, in one of Pakistan's bloodiest ever attacks. Ban described the massacre as an act of horror and cowardice.
I condemn this heinous act in the strongest possible terms. No cause can justify such a brutality. No grievance can excuse such horror. It is an act of horror and rank cowardice to attack defenseless children while they learn. Schools must be safe and secure learning spaces. Getting an education is every child's right. Going to school should not have to be an act of bravery. I extend my deepest condolences to the people, government, and particularly to those touched by today's tragedy.
And on that note, we come to the end of our Barbados Today evening update. We will be back again tomorrow morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.
This news update is brought to you by...
You got an upgrade for Christmas.
If you're feeling lucky, you could win some money.
Upgrade for Christmas.
$200,000 in cash and prizes. With Lime, you could win some money. It's Lime's Christmas Lottery. 250 winners this Christmas, oh yeah.
Sign up or upgrade to super fast broadband, Lime TV, e-billing, a data plan. Top up $15. Purchase a handset or text 4263 to enter.
Upgrade for Christmas.